So, back to painting. So, I'm going to do a little more airbrush work, and then if I have enough time, I'm going to put in some of the details on at least one or two of these miniatures here, so you guys can kind of see what the scheme's going to look like, hopefully, by the time I'm done. So, pressing forward, guys. least have the building done, since I was going to plan to do that today too. So I just wanted to knock that out today. And then, like I said, I'm going to try to at least do a couple of the smaller miniatures here to kind of show you guys at least the idea of the scheme. So the next colors I have are probably just off camera. You might see one of them. So I'll hold those up for you guys in a moment once I get this thing squared away. Of course, some of you are probably wondering, he's in jeans today. Yeah, it's because I was out with my wife and my kids, visiting my wife's family today. So that would be why I'm just in jeans today and not my normal sweatpants that you find. Because I'm okay with sacrificing a pair of sweatpants or two for a paint project. But okay, so while that's drying and getting ready, so I sprayed this down with that Typhon Ash, that Citadel Typhon Ash airbrush paints, and I'm doing that as a pale color because like I said, I'm basing this warband in more of like an Egyptian style. So I'm doing this kind of thing as like it was meant to be like a very prestigious place that was made with high grade material. And of course, with high grade material though, it does break down still over time, and obviously with the war damage going on and such. So that's what I'm going to be doing with that, but that'll be later after I get it dried, adding some more colors and really grinding this down and such. But I figure I could at least paint up maybe my four smaller minis here, my 4 yeomen here, and I can at least show you guys the color scheme that's going on for these guys. So the paints colors I have here, so I'm setting that one aside. So I've got my Leadbelcher Citadel paint. That's going to be for some of the armaments I have for these guys. Also, I'm going to do with some of the leather, I'm doing a Catachan Flesh, which is a nice brown color, and also for some of the clothing. So it's going to break up some of the look here. So this will be for, yes, the armaments and the armor, Leadbelcher. Some of the clothing is going to be kind of the Catachan Flesh. So I'm going to at least get these guys done. If this one here, I think, yeah, this one's not quite there yet, so I might leave him be. And if anything, I might just throw in the lieutenant as well for my 4th miniature for the day. So figure so 4 now, and then 3 later. We'll see how this turns out. got that much. It's getting pretty late for me, guys. I pretty much did an on-the-road round trip for about 5 hours, almost 5.5. So I think I'm just going to call it here for the moment. But I will get more done tomorrow. And what I will show you guys, it won't be like final. It's going to be more like, here's the idea of the scheme, and then I'm going to try to clean up the edges as best I can to the best of my ability as well. So that's going to be the thought and the idea for when I go ahead and do this. There we go. So just going to get these guys back in place where they belong. And I'm going to call it a night. And I'll be back on this tomorrow. So, have a good night, everyone. Next segment will be in the morning. Okay. Time for some leather. Catachan flesh. Here we go. Okay. That's basically the base coats. The main colors that I'm going with. There's going to be details and shading that I'm going to do yet. So that'll most likely be the next video. But I think for now, I'm going to at least show you guys what the base colors are kind of looking like. So my final detail pieces, as far as the painting goes, obviously I still have some decorations and things of that nature for some of the weaponry, the armor. I still have some of that to go yet. So the colors I have lined up. So I have a Veheo Bronze for some of the weaponry decoration on here and some of the bits and bobs. And then for shading on some of the armor pieces, because some of the armor pieces and clothing, it's going to be a shade of Fugan Orange by Citadel and a Seraphim Sophia, or Sepia, perhaps is how it's pronounced. Either way, I've got that going for me yet. So that's what I've got going on. So, but I promised at least base base colors rather, for the end of this video. So that is what I'm going to deliver on this, and hopefully, and so for the next video, it's going to be some more detailing and shading. So go ahead and show you guys what I got.